Клим Саныч, добрый день.
Добрый день, всем привет.
Greetings, guys, everyone. So here comes the first game of the third round. Unfortunate. That's a good one map because they have chosen these two locations, guys. It would be just default boring game if they would play these two. Actually, I don't know all the previous story because I was not told about this game, so only now, and I had to finish my previous entertainment. So yeah, the only thing I see is that this is Dunes of Death. This is the first game of the third round, and here comes Mutterland versus Drankel&Zhrankel. For a moment, I need to create a bet. Yeah, the thing I wanted to say that these two locations have 5 iron mines, and I see Gross and Chlyssich here. So actually, I think that Gross can show something with those 5 mountains. Yeah, and actually for now it's nothing to say, as amount of resource is fixed. The placement and there is no such big difference in initial placement. So players just do what they usually do. So guys, well, what's new? What do you expect from this game? I think that probably Mutterland is a little bit stronger, but actually Terran Classic for sure have some chances. And I mean not like a 20%, I mean more. They already showed that their results are more than decent. After after peacetime, I think they can be even similar. I probably expect is if they both will choose right strategies here. With iron, I suppose it would be better, but I'm still not sure about that. That the game will be equal, but probably in the late game these two guys just know better what to do, how to develop your town in some late game situations. It didn't be another joke. As you can see, there is no gross but farmer here. The guys are just joking. It's Russian community meme about Oleg the farmer because of his playstyle, basically. He, well, as well as me, he likes to build really a lot of big amount of farms. Not every time, because Gross is actually a very flexible player. But like, it's his personal preference. The gamble is open as well, so probably if you believe in some teams, you can bet something on them. Should be found in his next life. Why next life? Maybe in current one. How can you be sure? Locations are probably a little bit tricky. Some of them. But for now, I don't see anything special. Maybe this position of stone is not usual, but it is made for better delivery to the bottom side of his town. Yeah, maybe just one tile to the right would be better. But still, he's probably counting some. Well, no, it's like 3 plus 4. Whatever. As there is enough food, probably stables or something like that will come. Though this map has become a lot, well, I mean, much easier compared to the original one because of 5 initial builders and open both quarry and woodcutter. It's still a severe map, so to say, because there is not that many trees growing here. So, how barbarian using teams ever lost to this tournament thus far? I need to refresh my memory. I guess not. I think they have never lost. Yet. There were 18 games, and we saw barbarians in 1, 2, 3, probably 3 games. That was a game, first game, Mutterland versus No Skill No Fun. That was Town Hall and Militia plus Iron. It was for Deutschland, probably in both games. I'm not sure though. In one for sure, and the second I don't know. And in the game, which one? SoundCloud. We were playing against. It was in the first round. I didn't see this game versus JB. Yeah. So I remember 3 games with Town Hall strategies, and all 3 were in their favor. It doesn't mean that actually barbarian strategy is like something unbalanced or something like that, but more likely that it was a good choice of strategy, because of the conditions, initial conditions. Storehouse placement, amount of resource in the storehouse, location, and the map, of course. For example, here I can expect something like that, but for now, okay, one farm is not a sign of anything. You better just dropped? You mean officially? Wow. Yeah, guys. New beta released. So it's like in 8. The difference is what 8 points compared to the version we've been testing. We were testing yesterday. So that's a good news, because I know for sure that some of unpleasant bugs are fixed. So probably for now there will be no disadvantages playing beta at all, and which actually means that we can call everyone here. Bowman right click bug is fixed. Yeah. That's probably the most annoying of all of them. Yes, like market crash, I actually didn't meet it at all, and I only knew about it from other players. And the corn abuse is something which like honest players just won't do. And for example, on the tournament, it can be like, noted easily. Excuse for fail. That bug was really annoying. Okay, what can I see right now? Like 3 farms here for Ritter, 3 independent farms, so called. I mean, they just work for themselves, and the one possible neighbor. This is one as well. Something like that is here. I see only 1 farm here. So it's 2 farms plus 1 here, I suppose, will be, as he's digging quite a lot of fields. Something similar here. What about the resources? Everything is alright. Chlyssich has more timbers available than anyone else. The thing is that we should also pay some attention, yeah, for example, for this second sawmill. This is probably the latest, which can cause some issues. I mean, there are quite a lot of tree trunks. I mean, yeah, that's a problem. That's a huge problem for her right now. Well, actually, as she is not building something at this exact moment, it's not a problem. And if she will do it after a minute, that will be okay. So never mind. Alright. As for gold, I don't see, for example, for Chlyssich. Let me check the citizens. Well, quite equal overall. A lot of builders here. I mean, 23. It's a little too many. This ratio, I mean. You probably want to get some serfs for delivering, like, for example, 3 trunks to throw mills, some gold, and so on. For example, make 5 right now. Why not? The school is staying without a task. And that is not what you want to see when you have gold at this game stage. 4 independent farms for Ritter here. Actually, I suppose that he is not a farmer in this game. Stables. Yeah, and now I'm sure that he won't play the default strategy here. He will. He has built these two farms, like 2 possibly for stables and 2 for mills, and then he will abandon building farms by the end of this game, I suppose, and will focus on his iron production and maybe gold production, as there are, well, probably only 3. Yeah, only 3 mines. But maybe it will be iron only, by the way. I'm not sure. Iron only is still valuable. Return farmer to us, but, well, his location is not for farming. Oh, that was like a distraction for the opponents. Okay, I actually wonder what Chlyssich is going to do, and it's by this swine farm I suppose it will be a default strategy, and this is probably a mistake. We'll see, of course, but nah. Especially if he will make bows. I don't believe in bows that much. Especially when you can use all of this iron for your purposes. 6 quarry. Iron ore storing. Actually, some, I suppose, Polish guys streaming original Knights and the Shattered Kingdom campaign with 68 viewers. That's actually nice to see. That some of more media person than me pay some interest to this game. Actually, he is a farmer here, as you can see. No iron for now. And the first is also stables. It's not Polish guy. I don't recognize this language. Sorry. Probably he made just too many buildings at this moment, as he doesn't have enough timbers. They will be done, I mean soon, but just a little too slow. Well, actually, some days ago, probably even yesterday, when Harry played, he played with the gold plus leather strategy without iron. He traded iron ore to gold ore. And on Chlyssich, with the good random, he has something like 75 leather armor with according amount of wooden weapons, and something like 20 barbarians with 3 or 4 with 4 gold mountains, and maybe 5 or 6 metallurgists because of these traits. So probably I see it's quite a lot of farms. He will do the same, but he is not developing his gold production for now as well, so probably it will be just a default with a huge focus on leather. As you can see, there are 7 farms on 27th minute, and actually, these farms are of very big efficiency. So this one is like a setup for this, the 8th one. Here's the setup for the 9. Those 4 are actually almost working right now. These 2 will be soon working. Will soon be working. And here, yeah, as you can see, getting all 5 iron mountains. Here is cutting only mode. He doesn't even need those 2 additional farms until the moment when he wants to build a mill for fruit production. But he also doesn't pay attention, pays a lot of his attention to the gold. I mean, only 1 gold mine. Preparing a long game economy with farms. Well, probably there is some strategy behind it. I mean, there are 7 woodcutters, and 8th is going to be placed soon. So there will be a lot of wooden weapons and leather, I suppose, and horses. As he has built the stables as his first building. By building, I mean corn consumer. And yeah, it seems like it is default with focus on huge focus on farms. What do we have here? Something is not right. Yeah, when you see like so many serfs without any duty, you can probably guess that something is not right, right? And what is that something? Probably timbers. It seems so. Those 2 don't cut right now. These 2 as well, well, a little bit, and those 2 are actually working. And there is no possibility to get some fresh and a new forest to cut. No such thing here. Probably she just do a little bit more. Let me watch here. Well, actually, that's quite an equal situation in case of citizen buildings and wares. Maybe wares a little bit behind. 8 weapons, which are stored here. These 2 are actually very fast as armor smithies, but the disadvantage here is only 6 coal mines, which is quite low. Well, only 1 gold still. That's quite weird. And she is not building the second at this moment. I don't know. But the thing I see here that these 2 are not working without breaks. And it seems for me that the primary reason for it's a lack of coal. It will be fixed soon, I believe. Probably these 2 are like fresh coal mines. Not sure though. Cannot say it. What do we see here? Quite an early meal actually, as we don't have a game on Chlyssich with something like 40 food items overall, so it can wait. I mean, for quite a lot. Probably that's because of stables. These are also quite an early stables, and unlike Ritter, who built like really big amount of farms, Chlyssich has only 5. And actually, not the perfect 5, as you can see. Only 8 fields instead of 16 recommended for the top farms. Oh, okay. Maybe 12. Yeah, 12. But still, it's not enough. Yeah, that's not a farm. And no... who is that guy? Animal breeder. Yeah? Something like that. Made wine instead of milk. Milk. Okay. To the right of the building. Well, wood is quite a tough condition on this map, so probably. Well, okay. It's like extra. Well, actually, only extra 5 timbers. But the efficiency of one bakery is by far bigger than one winery. But yeah, the cost is lower amount of corn. I mean, probably he overall just made it too early, way too early. Actually, about speaking of wine, but Ritter made a really good setup for it. He sacrificed his amount of iron overall to be, I think, the lowest on the map. By peacetime end, but he initially, like, not initially, but intentionally made it. To build 3 swine farms plus stables. And as I said, there is a pleasant setup for 10 farms. I mean, he can place 10, I think, in 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, he can just add those 3, and this will be like a huge impact. And the second one, the fourth swine farm. No, well, okay. What about gross here? So yeah, for farms, for some extra meals and bakeries. Only one bakery for now, but I think the second will come soon. It's not a bad thing to have some stock of bread, of loaves of bread. Playing this strategy. I mean, it seems like really iron only. No town hall units will be made there. I do have for iron only, like 5 those, with 14 ore stored, almost 3 iron smithies, like 6 plus 6, 20. 6 quarry. Well, that's a default for him to build 6 quarries. Actually, 6 quarries is a good idea. Almost every game, I suppose. In beta, of course. In beta, for sure. As the labors and serfs are smarter in beta, it allows you to build more. And for building more, you need more resource. And the stone is like the primal resource. And at the same time, it's like the easiest to get. Just make one building and you get some. because of distance. It's not quite a big distance. I mean, his quarries are right in the center of his town, and this is a pleasant location for quarries, because it's like the equal distance to bring stone in at any point of your town. For example, here it's not right in the middle. It's closer to the top as he's building everything at the bottom, but there is no another chance, no another choice. Here you can see 6 as well, but this is probably fresh, but not sure though. But here probably no another choice as well. But okay, let me see. He is adding his 5 iron mines, so probably, just probably, he made a setup for farms, and he will abandon on developing them further and focus on iron production. For example, here we see quite the opposite thing, so quite an early focus on corn, and now he's trying to catch up with iron. And probably we'll see something like that here as well. Not the opposite though. The opposite in terms of different locations. But to do that you also need some time. I mean, a lot of time. As here we can see 14 coal mines already. And the 15th is going to be added. It can be like 4 plus 2 or 3 plus 3. It depends on which units he is going to hire. Equip. Better. Bit tired. Yeah, 4th iron smithy will be soon added. Probably even the 5th one will be required just to use all of this stock. Let's check some graphs, I suppose. No comments, guys. Just no comments. Like twice elite. Like literally twice on such minute. Wait. Probably just lack of corn. Timber scrap. Yeah, that's like gross in every game. In every game of any game mode. His stone consumption is something incredible. That's quite an obvious thing for iron. Well, there is a 10-minute difference, but he's like catching up because of some breaks here in the period, and here we see no breaks in iron ore storing, at least mining. Well, for now I see a huge lead of corn by Ritter and a huge obvious lead by iron ore for Gross, but here we will see no leather at all, and actually I think no town hall troops as well. It's just literally only iron, and only iron is quite rushy. I think he can probably, just probably. Actually, where is the 5th farm? Ah, here it is. He can probably finish his iron production and then focus on building farms. That's more than possible. And while you have a really strong army by the peacetime end, you will develop your economy in terms of making a lot of farms and swine farms, and build your leather production as well. I think these are the spots for swine farms. These two, I think, as well. Because I don't believe in Town Hall without any setup on this minute. It just it won't pay off, and this is actually probably just a movement of this gold mountain, as this one will be empty soon. Quite an ambush, I must say, because you probably want to build this like the first gold mine, as it's the closest. But if you want to play, for example, default strategy, you like in late game, like he's having now, he will have only 2 gold mountains on the top and no more. That means that you probably want to, if you imagine, like, just probably will play default strategy here, it's better for you to build those 2 gold mountains first and at least like the third one. And that's not convenient. Which leads us with the one extra argument to play here like something iron related. Iron only or... Well, actually, because of that, Town Hall here is bad as well. So probably iron only is the best. We'll see. Okay, let's spot for in. Well, as you probably remember, I told you that he could add those 3 farms like 7 minutes ago. It was on 35th minute, and I told that he can add them. But he's adding the 8th only now, because he was probably fixing all his absence of iron production. The positive moment here is that those 3 will start working almost immediately when he will add them. I don't know, probably a little bit disagree, as he's building right now extra armory workshops, but I think he still will be in time in processing all of his skins and leather, but just adding more farms right now will grant you more leather in future. Quite a lot of timber stored for him as well. I really wanted to see the statistics by peacetime end. 12 horse for this moment. That's huge. X-bows. X-bows. Wait, dude. X-bows are great, but you have 12 horses, so we probably... Nah, I don't believe he will do this. Probably only for memes, I don't know. But it's always better to make some knights, no? I mean, he will be in time if he will add his order right now. In at least one smithing. And you also want to have some kind of stock. But as you can see, there is no order for iron shields as well. Hello, Harry. It's like 2+2, a lot of iron sets right now, but no weapons, and she must catch up with them. And I hope she will, but I cannot guarantee that. 7 farms, which is not that big amount, and those 7 are not like these 7. The difference, I think, is still obvious. Yeah. Not twice, but probably right now they are just the same, as he haven't added those. Well, well, why not? Probably, just probably. I'm looking at this. Okay, this one is not the best option as well, but Never mind. I mean, those barracks are placed such that it's possible to rush to Terrace Town, while these barracks are really far away located from Terrace Town. I mean, something like that is unlikely. This position could be more useful. I mean, for sure more useful. Well, we'll see. I just want to mention that some kind of rush is possible when you have an iron-only player. Well, quite a lot of... for both of them with quite a big amount of knights. I mean, really big amount. Not horse rush, but... I think each of Motherland players has both than their opponent combined. Yeah, it's like only 6 here versus 27. Many farm fields compared to buildings for now. Well, these are not required for sure. It's not a problem though if you have some space, for example, to add the extra farm here. Like this one. And this will be okay. But yeah, those fields are a little bit weird. Cherry is probably falling a little bit behind with processing leather. There are only 3 on 55th minute. That's not nice. I mean, her town is probably good and will be good in the future, but there just can be no future. And that is what is disturbing. 6 armory workshops. 6. The field under his stable. There are only 8. That was okay. I told you guys like 20 minutes ago that he hadn't enough. Because it was only 8 plus 8 plus 8 for those 2. But now he like overkilled it a little. I'm just looking of how many troops do they have as bottom team right now. As well as recruits, as well as resources. And I am scared. And we also should mention that those weapons are all iron ones, no leather here. Which means that those guys are really extremely powerful. Actually, he's planning to to season his iron units with militia. That was we've seen in Ritter's game number 1 versus Skeletor and B. It's iron only plus militia. But now it's just not enough recruits, but he has 3 schools. Well, 3 gold metallurgists, I mean, but only 2 mines for an obvious reason. No, okay, here is the market, but he's trading timbers to iron ore, not gold one. So it for sure will be enough for recruits for his iron, but I'm not sure about all the militia he made. Weird rally point. It would be better to place it right under, under the entrance. Here. That will allow to release 3 of those immediately and move to the bottom this immediately as well. I see a huge lack of recruits for Classic right now. What's this? Brother, what's this? Really? Maybe he... Three schools, 3 mines, 2 metallurgists. Are you... Never mind. Never mind. Quite a traffic jam here. Also because of building processes. I see no chances for the top. Yeah. It's quite a low amount of chances anyway. And actually, guys, those will be scouts. Can you understand that? They're really just playing for memes, you know? That's a legendary strategy. Expose plus scouts. Well, actually, not only scouts, but... Come on, dude. 2 knights. And 16 scouts. But actually, that's by far not enough records for Ritter right now to release all that he made. But the most sad story for the top team that even this amount will be enough. Well, actually, he released all the X-bows, but probably it would be better to split them like by 2 halves, equal halves, with axes and. Though it's no that's not enough wooden shields right now for that, and actually the release is not the fastest. So okay, there will be no rush on Terry's location here, but I mentioned that it was probably possible. Actually, he doesn't release his army immediately as well. He's busy with scouting right now. Guys, have you seen that? He made the 1 hit, and then Giga Chat Woodcutter moved to this tile, and then the knight wasn't able to hit them because of this tree. Like he couldn't hit him. Remember his name, guys. He just dodged the knight and survived. Here's the catch of 1 knight. Well, you know, even in terms of default strategy, it is really weak. Really weak. Jeez. Actually, it's not a rush, but Chlyssich released his army through his town. Actually, I believe that he will move to the bottom. Yes, there is not that many buildings, but now, as you can see, Terry is doomed. Guys, that's nothing to watch here. I don't know. Everything is against the top team here. Like, everything. Not enough recruits here, just a poor town here. Not enough recruits and wooden shields here. And you can see some rushy stuff at the bottom that's like GG without any chance. He's rushing, storming here. Scouts for memes. Jesus, he really made 16 scouts. Well, here you can say that the scout win rate is also 100% right now. I mean, scout as a main unit. Now it's a unit of Ritter. He will change his name from Ritter to something like Scout in German, I suppose. As Ritter is a German knight, so that will be a... He will be a Scout of Death or something like that, probably. Well, I don't know. Probably Terry is not that bad. I think that the only difference here is in amount of recruits. Scout. How can this be red? Like Spire, and I don't know. Nothing to say here. Spire? Well, that sounds definitely something like something German, so yeah. Nothing to say here. It's a wrong strategy choice by Chlyssich here, for sure. And that is the main difference. His wrong strategy choice and his position of barracks. So even with his poor army, he wasn't in time to protect Terry. As Terry was not that bad, actually. Just probably a little more recruits and some other type of resource he didn't have enough. Let me check. It's mostly recruits, but also swords and maybe leather jackets, yeah. It could be better. You can see that there is a weapon produced change, but that's a common thing for playing X-Bows plus Axes, because for Axes you need those wooden shields, which you don't have if you play swords plus bows. I just want to just look, guys. Where is that exactly? That woodcutter? This one. Just check. Is there an option to? Yeah. He got a one hit, and then he probably decided that this style is busier. He moved to this style where it's impossible to hit diagonally because of this tree. Yeah. Actually, the lack of swords, firstly. That's the biggest problem for her. But the key difference is between those two. Nothing to say here. Actually, I didn't see the militia. They just came here without any jukes. Yeah. Just here. So it's 3-0 for Mutterland. Kinda expected. Well, by the way, what about the... Oh, it was a 10 stones for Therian Classic. Yeah. Well, I suppose that's it for today. Because I haven't seen any information in schedule organized topic about the upcoming games. And what about the spreadsheet? No such thing as well. Actually, there is even no planning dates in this spreadsheet. That's they like decided it's somewhere else. So thank you for watching, I suppose. Probably, I don't know. Probably I will play a game, but I will restart stream anyway for new recording on YouTube. Probably. Guys, the new beta is released. By the way, I need to download this. Sorry, one moment. Yeah. For those guys who have the original version from Steam or GOG or somewhere else, you can do it here. And if you don't, well, you should wait a little. So, okay, guys, I will restart the stream and I will continue playing on those that new beta version. So, stay tuned.